In this video, I'd want to examine a scenario in which XRP becomes the sole cryptocurrency regulated in the United States. I know I indicated yesterday that a new cryptocurrency bill might be on the way. What I want to talk about in this video is the NUC. Why institutions may be unable to choose. However, if you want to use XRP entirely in the coming years, even with the crypto bill that is now being worked on, you should watch the entire video, since it could potentially have substantial repercussions for the XRPL. I'd like to begin this video by sharing a hilarious Twitter moment with you. I was there with the event's host last night. Was it Mr. Intuitive we were chatting with? Joy Swale, if you are unfamiliar, is a well-known bodybuilder who belongs to the XRP. We were fortunate to chat with him in the neighborhood last night, and let me just say that he was one of the sweetest, most sincere men I have ever met. The interaction with him was excellent, and he now often tunes into my channel, which is fantastic. A Bitcoin maxi attempted to educate us on why we should hold Bitcoin. By stepping onto the stage, you simply must listen to this. Since Mr. I was treated, this individual should not XRP any of them. This is hilarious. I'm a Bitcoin maxi, and I say that with great respect. However, I can see how Bitcoin Plus I'm concerned that people are taking all of the required actions that were just described, even though everything else you've been talking about is that last missing piece. Those who continue to believe that XRP is valued may be putting themselves at risk. We simply have a limited amount of time. Max Bitcoin turned a bend and spun quickly. It was around the corner, but it was brilliant. Thursdays and Saturdays are enigmatic. I handled this scenario significantly better than Miser, giving him no support for the statements he was making. I instantly interrupted him, Mr. Just a super funny clip from the furthermore, I believe it was taped, so check it out if you want to view the entire thing. It was a delight to talk with Joey. It was a fantastic time. I'd want to continue by discussing the cryptocurrency bill right now because I was fairly optimistic that it would garner some support when I mentioned it. I was excited because we had seen several Democrats cross the aisle to attack Gary Gensler and remind him that the Bitcoin industry requires unambiguous regulation. Sincerely, I now want Bitcoin business to be subject to clear regulations. Every coin, in my opinion, should compete on an even playing field, and I sincerely hope that no situation arises in which some cryptocurrencies are subject to clear regulations while others are not. But it's becoming increasingly apparent, and that's what we'll watch for. Now that I've been mentioning this channel for a long, I believe there was a chance that XRP would end up being the only cryptocurrency that was regulated in the United States. Before seeing this law being written, I had the impression that XRP will certainly obtain regulatory certainty before all other cryptocurrencies combined. Nevertheless, it appears that regulative clarity is still on the way. Although this item is currently being worked on, Eleanor Tarrant, a Fox reporter, informed me earlier today that there is no chance it will pass this year, and that the following measures are also unlikely to succeed. The fact that XRP will have a stranglehold on the regulated cryptocurrency market this year currently provides a very interesting scenario. Institutions, of course, are already taking advantage of Bitcoin's clarity. There are currently multiple Bitcoin ETFs in operation, but none of the other cryptocurrencies provide the same kind of transparency since the SEC removed their clarity on Ethereum. Now that we have a court, it was only XRP. Judgment declaring that XRP is not a security risk, I believe it has more clarity than even Bitcoin, which suggests that when financial institutions begin to deploy cryptocurrency products over the next few years, they will start with Bitcoin before transitioning to XRP, which I don't necessarily think is a good thing. For the Bitcoin market, it's favorable for the ledger XRP. The SRP ledger was mired in this legal limbo for a long time, and institutions were afraid to touch it due to the SDC's interference. However, the SEC's move effectively turned that scenario on its head, so that XRP is the only cryptocurrency with a court-guaranteed level of certainty. Congress just cannot move quickly enough to put these measures into effect. These other ventures will have to wait 1 to 2 years, which is how long it takes in the Bitcoin sector before institutions work on it. These other projects are what these organizations will face. Will not wait in the meantime to begin offering these items to their investors, but they are also building on top of these cutting-edge payment procedures. In the past, these institutions might have selected programs like who knows Polygon Ethereum or Algorand, but as we're learning today, they won't have much of a choice when there is clarity. They will have to generate and invest in the XRP ledger. Already understand that among various blockchains, the XRP ledger has the best technology, since the world's largest financial institutions are already partnering with Ripple to help them comprehend this technology, as it is already recognized that they now only have two assets to choose from that have regulatory certainty. For them to use an offer, and those are Bitcoin and XRP, which should simplify their selection. When it comes to what institutions will use in the future, I don't believe there will be a choice between Bitcoin and XRP. Yes, companies will offer Bitcoin-related goods, but in the end, digital money will be remembered. As a grouping, to be completely honest, I don't believe it will be used for payments. However, I believe it will be quite beneficial. People will simply retain it in their wallets. No one will move it. It will only serve as collateral and behave like gold. The ledger, on the other hand, is quite cool because it shares all of the Bitcoin network's properties. When a store of value has a fixed quantity, it is deflationary, but it is also a very effective payment mechanism in the economy. In the meantime, it will not only be incorporated into the same financial products as Bitcoin ACAS and other such items, but it will also be utilized for actual payment applications. This is why I am so upbeat about how things are going right now. It's possible that I don't want it to happen. Ira's Congress will just create legislation to offer clarity for all cryptocurrencies, but the SEC failed in its attempt to destroy XRP and is now fighting against them. Because XRP will soon have an institutional funding monopoly, it's interesting to think about this, and I'd like to give you another reason why I believe it's taken so long for this bill to become law. The cool part about this is that XRP has so far lagged far behind. Smart contracts, for example, are driving the evolution of technology. It took some time for XRP to add the programmability that has given some of the other huge Layer 1 platforms, like as Ethereum, so much value. Two of its programmability characteristics are its enormous market capitalization. In the scenario, we'll see no huge institutions are adopting Ethereum right now, only retail and test apps. But what we'll see is the main institutions will want to start developing their applications in the coming years. They will not begin with Ethereum. Because of the unclear regulatory climate, they will start with XRP, so D5 may transfer to the XRP ledger, but in true institutional disobedience, solutions will replace only retail D5 testing. Ripple recently published a paper in which they discussed how eager universities are to begin embracing D5, and between 85 and 90% of the country's largest financial institutions expressed interest in incorporating DeFi into their offerings. Without a doubt, DeFi will become quite popular in the future. Retail and companies that aren't building key applications for the future currently dominate D5. What I think will happen is that institutional disobedience will move to a region where there is regulatory clarity, and the XRP ledger will follow, providing yet another reason why I believe this legislation will take so long to pass. Well, due to finish this video, and the reason for it is that House Democrats said today that I was in the process of shooting this. They declare in the film that they do not want this measure to pass because it is a gift to Wall Street Silicon Valley venture capitalists and Bitcoin exchanges. Right now, we can see that House Democrats are already rejecting this bill. Yes, there are likely some Democrats in Congress who support passing this bill, but it appears that there are still many who oppose it, so it will take some time for XRP to become clear for the rest of the cryptocurrency market. But it's already here. And because we're about to have a regulatory monopoly on the cryptocurrency business, you could almost argue that the Ripple SEC lawsuit was beneficial for the XRP ledger in the long run. And let me just say that I genuinely appreciate your presence, and I hope this update was enjoyable. Please like and subscribe if you did. Because it means so much, make a big noise right now.